But the good old cliche of love him or hate him, but you simply cannot ignore him, holds exceptionally true for Chetan Bhagat. Now, Chetan Bhagat, who has turned out to be one of the favourite storytellers of Bollywood. Now, he's one guy who actually failed to impress literati. So, how does he actually become one of those guys who's turned out the biggest stories in Bollywood? Shilpa Ratnam investigates.
हमने तो बचपन से यही सुना था कि लाइफ एक रेस है.
And author Chetan Bhagat seems to be winning that race in Bollywood. The best-selling author's first novel, 5 Point Someone, spawned the Hindi film industry's most successful film till date, Three Idiots, that's grossed over 200 crore rupees. All is still well for Bhagat. The film adaptation of his Three Mistakes of My Life, Kai Po Che, has already collected about 21.4 crores and the critics have given it a big thumbs up too. After this tale of friendship comes the story of Two States, a film based on Bhagat's novel of the same name. Even though filmmakers are plotting to get their hands on Bhagat's stories, the writer's works of popular fiction have been regarded as just that by the book critics. Noted critic Nilanjana Roy wrote in a piece for Business Standard, Chetan Bhagat is the most visible face of the unchallenging new Indian bestseller, comfortable in its certainties, mildly anti-intellectual. Reviews aside, Bhagat is still one of the highest selling authors in the country and Bollywood's sweetheart. The writer feels the secret of his success lies in his stories.
I write very plot-driven stories. My focus is on storytelling, not on language. And I think that's what a traditional literature people may feel that he's very filmy in that way.
A reason why an A-list filmmaker like Karan Johar is producing Two States, and Bhagat's also been chosen to script Salman Khan's Kick, that's an adaptation of Telugu's super hit of the same name, to be produced and directed by Sajid Nadiawala.
He tells stories which relate to a modern young Indian who's wanting stories of his own life. There's hardly anyone who's telling stories about our own lives, So, since films are not doing that much, Chetan is filling that gap because he's telling stories about you and me.
And though Hello, based on One Night at a Call Center, was a forgettable flop, the fact remains that 4 out of 5 fictions by Bhagat have been bought by filmmakers. Abhishek Kapoor, who has directed the upcoming Kai Po Che, feels that Bhagat has the talent to spin facts as fiction, a perfect recipe for films.
Especially Three Mistakes of My Life. This is an epic story. It's a big story. And what I really liked about it is that he's gotten factual events like the earthquake and the riots, and he's woven a fictional story into that. And that as a filmmaker gives me a great opportunity to make a real film about India.
In an industry that's often questioned for a dearth of good scripts, Chetan Bhagat's novels seem to have come as the perfect stopgap for many filmmakers. In Mumbai, Shilpa Ratnam.